go and log into Salesforce, export the report, and then give it to you. So that way you are restricting the data you want to show. You don't want to show everything, you want to show only something. That also we allow. So the solution that we have, which I want to demonstrate, is you've got 3 different systems of record, 3 different sources. They all have different schemas in place, all connect to data direct. And through OData, we are exposing this to a Excel wherein you can consume this Excel data. You can visualize this completely different. So if you want to you have a small programming team which wants to do a fantastic dashboard for the CEO where he can take it on the iPad, yes, that's possible. You have an analyst team who has very limited programming experience, who just wants to do drag and drop reporting. I'm going to show you using another solution we have. So end of the day, you can slice and dice your data any way you want, but you have the data that you currently have that you can view it. So let me show you what DDC does. So I'm going to talk about Data Direct Cloud. So one second. So those of you who know, this is your standard Salesforce. So I'm not sure if people in the back can see it. I can make it slightly bigger if you want. So is everybody able to see it? Yeah. So this is your standard Salesforce account. You have your accounts, your opportunities, your leads. Not much of different data. It's just, no customizations have been done. So what I have is a Data Direct Cloud. So here, so when I log in, you get as an admin, I'm able to go and create multiple data sources. So you've got a dashboard wherein it tells you how many different data sources you want to connect. You can choose this a la carte, or you can say, I only want to connect to one source. That's also allowed. And here, what I have is, I've got all my data sources connected. So here, I'm basically connecting to my Salesforce instance, and I'm able to get all the data that I want. And second, we also give you an option to configure what you want to expose. For example, in Salesforce, to my opportunity team, I only want to show opportunities only. So I don't want to show leads, I only want to show this. We also allow you to do that. So basically, expose a portion of your data to a select people, and then you can have multiple connections. So I can have the same Salesforce connection set up in such a way that I give opportunities to one people, leads to other people, and something to somebody else. So you have 3 different connections, seeing 3 different data within the same Salesforce set itself. And last but not least, you can also go in and then, so this is my SQL console. I can actually go and edit Salesforce right from here. So I can go in. So if you have an analyst who knows Salesforce, he's able to just go in and then edit this right out of the bat. He doesn't need to know Salesforce specific query language, which is slightly different to work with. And this, he can modify the data right in the console itself. And let me show you another option here. So as I mentioned, you have multiple data sources. I can also do groups. So wherein I can say, you know what, for this demo, I have these 3 data sources that I talked about, a Salesforce, a SQL Server, and a Postgres. I can combine them as one group. So I can tell my sales team saying, okay, guys, just look at this data set only. So they're able to only pull those 3 data sets and then slice and dice information. So here, let me show you what an Excel view of this looks like. So I've got all my account data. As you can see, I've imported all my accounts. So I've not filtered any columns here. So I'm just quickly able to create a chart from Salesforce the way I want to look at it. So for example, I don't like the report what Salesforce gives me. I can create a custom report here. Same goes with your opportunity. So I say I want to just break down based on what type of customer. So the example here is a demo account of a company selling generators. So that you either buy a new generator or you upgrade a generator. So this is how the scenario looks like. Now I talked about group data. So here I'm exposing all the 3 different data sets and I'm able to run a pivot out of it, saying this is what I want to slice information on. And you can do this with any data visualization tool. So you can pick Power BI, you can do this, you can do with Tableau the same scenario. So let me quickly jump to, so how do you identify insights? So as we talked about, once your data gets unlocked, it's just a matter of time to visualize information. So let me show you how, if you have a small development team, how you can. So this dashboard was built using the same data that's coming from Salesforce. And we were able to aggregate the data using Kendo Ui, HTML5, jQuery widgets, and build a custom dashboard. So here what we have is total number of opportunities for that company. You've got 36 opportunities, 17 accounts, so many leads, and so many revenue. And here we have split this. So you've split the opportunities by types. You've got a pie chart. You can also do click-based. So when you click the pie chart can expand out, and then you can further slice information. You can also do hovering. So if you hover across, you can also add additional information across there. You got opportunities by stage. As you can see, these are the opportunities that you have. You have a lot of closed-won opportunities, and you have opportunities by amount. And this is a custom funnel to say, okay, how does my revenue look like for each of the opportunities? Now this is a custom-built dashboard to suit how you want to view the information. And it's all done the way you want to see it. So this is what I was talking about, the developer-friendly, wherein you have a small development team who wants to slice information based on how maybe the CEO wants to view it. So let me quickly jump to how we did it. So here we are using Kendo Ui. So Kendo Ui is our flagship comprehensive all-in-the-one toolbox. So what Kendo Ui gives you is an application framework. You can do good web UI components, mobile, visualization. We do about 60 plus visualizations, different charts, different graphs, etc. It's all JavaScript, so every web developer who knows JavaScript can quickly get started. It's integrated with Angular, so we support Angular 2. We have a robust API, so if you want to take data from the Kendo and then use it somewhere, that's also doable. We have a robust data support. For example, we are doing this through OData, but you can also use any SQL database that you want to connect and then fetch data. That's also doable. We also do a lot of cross-platform rendering. For example, you want to do a responsive web interface. Yes, that's doable. You also have a lot of pre-built demos, so if you want to quickly get started with the dashboard that we have pre-generated code base that you can take it and then quickly change it and then generate code for that. A lot of out-of-box themes, so we have different themes that you want to say, this is Google, the one you saw demo is based on Google's material design team. But you have multiple themes option available. We also have a theme builder available for you to build a theme. And last but not least, we have localization support. We support about 20 different languages from a localization perspective. So let's look at the second problem that we have, wherein you want to have a business-friendly drag and drop reporting scenario. Now that we have the data, how can we go and have, let's say, an analyst go and build a drag and drop solution? So a couple of things that we want to do. We want to connect to multiple data sources. We want to say have a subscription option saying, okay, now my quarter end is coming, so this week I'm going to monitor all my opportunities, make sure all the deal closes. So I need daily or say hourly reports on all the data coming in. I want to view the same report on multiple devices. I want export. I want to export to PDF, Excel, whatever. Then I want a central place to store. For example, I built this report, but I want my team also to see it and then share it. So let's look at the solution. So we have a very lightweight solution called Telerik Reporting. Has a both desktop solution wherein you can quickly build reports and share. We also have a server solution, completely HTML5 rendering, so wherein you can build the report and share it on the mobile, based on if you have the server component that is. And then also you can do data alerts. I'll show you how we doing data alerts, wherein you say, if this opportunity for 50,000 rupees closes, I want an alert sent out saying this opportunity has closed. So we support data alerts also. So for example, this is a simple drag and drop report that we have. So is everybody able to see? I can zoom in. Let me do 150. So this is a drag and drop report of your opportunities. So we're pulling the data from whatever Data Direct gives us, and we say, okay, these are the opportunities that we have. And what we're going to do in the next example I'll show you is that when the expected revenue goes up to a certain amount, I'm going to trigger an alert. So this is a standalone reporting wherein you can, an analyst can create a report. Another example is the same report that you saw looking much different here. So we have the same Kendo Ui based report that we can also build on the standalone report, where you can drag and drop all the forces. You have basic capabilities like sum, you can do differences, you can do mean and small statistical functions where you can quickly create the dashboard. And also you can print. We have export, we have CSV, PDF. You can export this to PowerPoint, and you can take this out to a Word document also. So let me show you how the server scenario works. So this is the Telerik report server. So here I have all the reports. So here I've created a report for the exchange. And this basically is the same report that the desktop solution authors. So if you create a solution on the desktop, you can upload this and then set it up to say, okay, I want to, so you have the same export capabilities. You can zoom in, zoom out, and pretty much same feature, but if not more on the server side. You can categorize all the reports, so you can say different categories of reports that you want to store. We have ability to connect to different data systems. You can do scheduling of reports, saying, okay, I'm slightly slow here, so bear with me. So you can do a scheduling wherein you can say, I want to send a report out every morning for this kind of scenario that I have. But last but not least, let's look at the data alerts. So here I have an alert wherein I'm saying if opportunity amount goes to a certain value, send out an alert. What it does is it sends me a mail with the attachment. So I get the same report attached to me on my email. I can check. Also, with the report server, you get the ability to do the same report viewing on a mobile device. So I'm showing you an iPad emulator, which emulates an iPad screen. So I'm able to log in to the report server, which is on my local box. I'm able to connect, navigate, and export the same data that I see on the web on the desktop side. So let's look at what's hybrid data pipeline give you. So Data Direct Cloud is our cloud-based hosted offering. It's hosted off Amazon in the US region. But there can be scenarios wherein you want the data connectivity on your on-prem solution. You want user accessibility, so wherein you want to control who gets access to what data. You want to control basically the pipe that the data comes through. For that, we have Data Direct Data Hybrid Pipeline, which essentially is a firewall-friendly on-prem solution that you host. So let's say you have your own AWS or Azure or your own data center. You can host it on your own data center, configure the solution, and then do all the same connections that you have access to on the cloud on your on-prem solution. So what this gives you is, unlike a heavy solution to extract data, it's a very, very lightweight solution. Also gives you a single interface to all your cloud sources. So once you install it on your local system, it's able to navigate to all different data sources. For example, in my network, I've got 10 different databases. It's able to look at all the databases. You can also decide how you want to control the connectivity. So you say, I want to connect to my Hadoop instance. I want to give that a higher priority. Yes, you can. So you are also working on the pipe that you have. Last but not least, all the data that you expose are through SQL and REST. So it's all compliant. There are lightweight data formats. So REST is very lightweight, JSON friendly. So you're not, unlike SOAP, you're not pushing a lot of payload across the net and then slowing the network down. So here's an example of how it looks. So I've installed data hybrid pipeline on my local server. As an admin, I get to set up my connectivity, so I can set up different data sources. I can give access to different people to view different data sources. And also, I'm in complete control of the data that I have. That's it from me. If you have any questions, I think we are still in time, or we can take it offline.